button for the start of the show. Or the thumbnail could just be an empty chair, which it probably is. But oh well, it happens. It's been known to happen. So, hello, how's it going, everybody? I'm so glad that you've made it to the show. Of course, the first thing I want to see from anybody that comes in here is a digit drop. So if you would be so kind as to do that, put others, like Nick Brown did, put others in front of yourselves. I would greatly appreciate it. Nick, thank you, bro. Yes. Cheers, bro. Need those shares, need those digits, man. This show does not happen without you guys sharing and dropping digits. Part of the show, it's going to have to happen. Try to make it to 1 out of every 6. I'll try to do 3 a day, and we'll be good. The numbers have been stellar. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those numbers right now. Because we know what happens when I show the numbers on a live stream. Tiffany, hello. Dave, sounds like a press sesh. Sucker. Dave, you're such a sucker. Typical sucker audience member. Nick Brown drops the digit. Thank you, Nick. I love you, bro. I love you, Nick Brown. Cheers. I'll give you top of the hour, sir. First bong hit of the day, too. Some relaxing Jack hair. It was nice. Hey, Broncos, Steve. I want to see those digits, guys. I want to see you guys sharing this video. Saw Tim Cast put up a video in response to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. We covered that last night. And whereas I tell you guys that even though I have differences with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, I can really see I can really feel her side of the story. Whereas Tim Cass saw that, and he makes it all about the way she spoke about the police officer. And that, how dare her question authority? How dare her question a police officer that's come there to save her life? He's come there to save her life. How dare... How dare AOC question that? How dare?
Died in these riots. The people riding through these buildings were many of them were crazy. A lot of them were befuddled and bewildered. I digress. Listen, here's my point. I'll show you the latest a bit of AOC drama, I suppose, and fully admit before we get started, we're trapped in this whirlpool, my friends. We are...
Look, don't get me wrong. We all know AOC loves the attention. She loves the drama. We know that. Doesn't change the fact that she was involved in all of this, you know. Doesn't change the fact that she has a voice and a platform and is exercising it, and I appreciate the fact that she is doing that. You know, you've got someone like Mike Pence, right? They were saying outside the Capitol, they were chanting "Hang Mike Pence" outside the Capitol. That's kind of funny. Outside the Capitol. Where's Mike Pence speaking about how he felt about that? Where's the vice president, wonderful vice president of the United States, former vice president, in public telling people about his experience that day on January 6th? Isn't it kind of weird how some people aren't talking at all? You're not hearing anything from some certain people? But I appreciate that AOC is speaking about it. I do. Let's go on.
Being sucked into the cyclone of AOC's ability to dominate the media. Right now, as most of you know, the story I really care about is...
It's well said, and that's what really makes Tim jealous, is the fact that she's got all the attention and he doesn't. And that drives him fucking crazy inside. It does. He can't even keep the quiet parts quiet. He has to say them out loud and let you know how pissed off he is that AOC is getting all of this media attention. Listen to that one more time. Listen to his attitude while he goes over that.
A bit of AOC drama, I suppose, and fully admit before we get started, we're trapped in this whirlpool, my friends. We are being sucked into the cyclone of AOC's ability to dominate the media. Right now, as most of you know, the story I really care about is the GameStop rebellion, because I've been covering it incessantly. But I also must admit to myself, there's only so much I can say in one day, and as much as I want to make sure everyone's focused on what's happening, with 8+ million people trying to short squeeze out hedge funds and stick it to Wall Street, at a certain point we got to chill, let the news cycle carry on. I can talk to you about the tactics of political and emotional manipulation, and what people are saying about Michael Tracy, tribalism, agitprop, etc. Let me read you the story first and talk about what...
And he won't relate any of that to Donald Trump. Isn't that funny? Every single thing that he just mentioned is completely relatable to the entire Trump presidency. But that's not who he's talking about, is it? This guy he amazes me.
What's going on with
It amazes me how opposing our views are, and that someone like Joe Rogan respects this guy enough to have him on his show. That's what really amazes me.
AOC? The Daily Caller reports, Democratic New York Rep. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez questioned Monday whether a Capitol police officer purposefully put her at risk during the Capitol riot. The New York Democrat took to Instagram Live to discuss her experiences during the January 6th rioting,
which we watched.
When rioters supporting President Donald Trump stormed the U.S. Capitol, committing acts of vandalism and postponing the certification of the 2020 Electoral College results, as members of Congress were forced to evacuate the building.
Drop them digits!
Hide, run and hide. Ocasio-Cortez recalled one of her staffers telling her. After hearing loud banging on her office door, Ocasio-Cortez said she hid in her bathroom as she braced herself for her office to be breached. A man broke into her office. She said she could hear him yelling before and after he entered. Where is she? Where is she? I thought I was...
Now listen, I didn't play this part for you last night. This was really the terrifying part. And I didn't want to trigger my audience. Seriously. It's that terrifying to listen. Tim is literally reading out what she said, parts of it. It's important. It is important that you realize she was fucking terrified. There's no pumping that part of the story up at all. She thought she was going to get killed.
Was going to die, Ocasio-Cortez said. I have never been quieter in my entire life. Just as Democrats put out a clip of this video. Her staffer, G, then told her that it was safe to come out, she said, and she found that the man who had burst into her office was actually a Capitol police officer, who she described as a white man in a black beanie. She described the officer's attitude as seemingly full of anger and hostility.
See that?
It didn't feel right, she said.
See that?
Because he was looking at me with a tremendous amount of anger and hostility. Things weren't adding up. There was no partner there. He wasn't yelling, this is Capitol Police, this is Capitol Police. And he was looking at me in all of this anger and hostility, Ocasio-Cortez said. I do not fault AOC for being scared.
And fuck Tim Cass, because he's not saying the rest of it, which was, she said, now, take into account, I was horrified, and I may not have been thinking completely clearly at the moment. But he doesn't say that she said that. We all heard her say that. It's in the video. She literally says that. He's such a douchebag. He's only going to give you his narrative. He's only going to give you one side of this. And can you believe, after everything that AOC said in that entire recollection of the events on January 6th, the only thing that he's really singling out is what she said about the police officer. The one thing that's really not even that much of a big deal. Okay, so she was suspicious of the police officer. Calm the fuck down, you fucking little cunt prick. Jesus fuck. You know, she was scared for her fucking life. And maybe that pig was being a fucking pig. You know, maybe he was being a subversive. Some of those that hold workforces are the same that burn crosses, Tim Cass. You never heard that song, you little fucking bitch? You didn't hear that. What was it? Were they saying 30% of the people arrested in the Capitol riots have previous military involvement? Have you guys heard that shit? Oh, he doesn't want to talk about that, though. He loves the police. He loves the police. Fuck Black Lives Matter. He loves the police.
And a lot of people are trying to drag her, saying, you know, targeting her for emotional reasons, whatever. No, I don't care. Look, AOC clearly does not have the, what's the right word? I'm trying not to be disrespectful, but let's just be honest.
Too late.
She doesn't have the strength or fortitude of will to properly handle a situation like this. That is
bullshit. I'd say she handled the situation fucking better than just about anybody else did, man. She stayed alive. and she took care of her people, you know, and she let people know that they were in trouble, man. What the fuck is he talking about? What a douchebag, man. He's so fucking douchey. And what even pisses me off more is that he has been in situations like that too. He has been in riots. He's been in areas where people wanted to cause him harm, and I understand that. How fucking dare him, man? What a fucking prick. What a fucking line carrier. What a subversive little Republican. He acts like he's independent. He's a full-on Republican. He's a full-on Trump-supporting fucking card-carrying Republican, this fucking douchebag. He's not an independent.
It is not meant to be disrespectful to her. I don't expect her to be a war veteran who's experienced crisis, and I don't expect her to be someone who's hardened from our inner city streets. AOC lived, I guess she was like upstate New York in the Bronx. Not the worst places in the world. I'm sure she has a general understanding.
She fucking lived in New York, bro. Do you think she just stayed in her house for her entire life and never ventured out into the streets of New York City? You're such an idiot. This is straw manning at its worst, because the pieces of straw that he's throwing on there are fucking burnt up ash. And you can completely see them. It's like it's not even fooling anybody.
Standing of some kind of,
fucking
what
straw,
street
man.
Life can be like or whatever, but she's absolutely...
Oh, I don't even know that, really. Bronx is tough.
Again, I'm not saying this to be mean, okay? Come on. Like, we're not gonna sit here and pretend that AOC is...
No, you're not being mean, bro. You're just showing everybody that you're a sexist asshole, that you're allowing your hatred for AOC, and I share it. Don't get me wrong, I fucking hate AOC. But I'm not going to negate her victimhood because I don't like her. And this is the reality that you will not get anywhere else on the internet. That is why you guys are watching this show. That is why you watch this channel on YouTube. Because you're not going to find it at Timcast. You're not going to find it at Tim Black. You're not going to find it at Graham Elwood. You're not going to find it on Jimmy Dore. You're not going to find it on Ron Placone. You're not going to find it on Ben Shapiro. You're not going to find anybody who keeps their podcast as real as me. I go after everybody. I pull no punches, and I don't bullshit my audience. That is exactly what he's doing right now. And let me just say this. For all of you cunt pussies that are walking out on my live show right now, suck my left nut. Fuck you. It's the smaller of the two.
Is a combat veteran or who has hostile environment training. So when she hears a bang on the door, she gets terrified. I can respect that. Not everybody is a soldier. And that's why we have warriors, and that's why we respect soldiers, because they're the ones who have the strength of will and the confidence. It's not even about look.
Such a suck up.
Firefighters, cops, soldiers, combat or otherwise, medics, they get scared too.
They get scared.
But the difference between being a coward and being brave is not whether you're scared. It's whether
he loves our first responders. He
loves
our first responders so much.
And she was terrified of these police officers.
He holds them in such high regard.
In some respect.
Just like Donald Trump does.
I think that we need to have... look, there's a reason I'm a fan of Tulsi Gabbard. She is a major in the National Guard. Plus, she's been doing really awesome stuff in the past,
Really? I fucking hate Tulsi Gabbard. And the one thing that he likes about Tulsi Gabbard is the fact that she chose war as a solution to her problems. And that impresses him. That impresses H.A. Goodman. War heroes. H.A. Goodman will sit there and say, oh, Donald Trump was great because he gets us out of foreign wars. And then he talks about war heroes. Well, which is it? Are people who participate in war heroes, H.A. Goodman? I thought you despised war. Now you're calling them heroes? Isn't that contradictory? Isn't that hypocritical? Isn't that not keeping it real with your audience? Once again, H.A. Goodman, Tim Pool, Tim Cass.
It's
the same fucking animal.
She called out John Brennan and Adam Schiff as domestic enemies, and I'm just like, keep talking. I like it. But she's a major in the National Guard. I don't think
who cares?
She would be freaking out the situation. I don't want leaders in this country who are soft, wads of cookie dough. Okay? I want people who are carved from stone.
He's such an idiot.
Now, I recognize sometimes...
He's such an idiot.
Politicians are politicians.
No, he wants people who've been in war so we can have more war. Doesn't that make sense, everybody? That's Timcast making sense. What? You want war heroes as politicians because those are the people that make you feel safe? You are a fucking pussy, man. People who chose war, you think those are the people that make good leaders? Wow, people who think violence is the answer to solve problems, those are the people you want to follow behind? Wow, man, what a pussy. I hope his audience sees him for what he is.
Or you're going to get what you're going to get. What?
And if you guys are fans of Timcast and you think he's better than me, go back over to him. Please, go back over there and swallow the fucking lie cock. Please.
To criticize the police. This is what really gets me with the
Fuck
story.
the police. Coming straight from the underground. Are you kidding me? We've been criticizing the police since before I graduated high school. You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot, Tim. Shut the fuck up. I was criticizing the pigs when you were in fucking diapers, you fucking punk bitch.
No police officer rushed to your aid to help you escape as the rioters were breaking through the line.
No. She was doing pretty good on her own, and then the police officer got there and fucking put her in more fear of her life. That's what happened. She explained it pretty good. Sean, cheers to you, good sir. Good sir, Sean McGahee, cheers.
Why is your story about...
Thank you for the digit drop, sir.
I'll also stress. Look, I almost just... God, I don't care, okay? I don't care. Do you care? I mean, how many people didn't even click this because they're like, so what? AOC, here we go again. You know, but like I said, this is the current big trending story that I think having, you know, breaking down and providing some context on would be relevant. And I want to make sure I stress...
Here's the difference between Timcast and me. I knew I was going to be covering this on the show. I intentionally didn't put it in my title. You know why? Because I know my audience doesn't really care about this shit either. Not whenever you say the name AOC. But whenever you say there was a human being that was in fear for their life and they thought they were going to die, does it really matter what their name is? What if it was your name? You know, what if you were that person? There were a lot of people. It wasn't just AOC that thought she was going to get killed that day. You know, like I said, I would love to hear from Vice President Mike Pence about what he went through that day when there was an angry mob sent from his boss to come hang him that were chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." I would love to hear from Mike Pence, but he's too much of a fucking pussy to come forward about it.
Stress. Now's not the time, guys. AOC, now's not the time to be dragging her and insulting her, which is why I'm trying my best to be critical in some degree, but while respecting her fear of what was going on. I can certainly understand never being, you know, the first time I was in a situation where someone pulled out a gun, I was actually kind of...
People who use the term drag are so sold and bought on fucking fads and the passing terms of the week or the month. He is such a sellout to his own fucking... to his own genre. These YouTubers that are like, smash the like button, they're fucking sellout little bitches. Oh, well, all the YouTube podcasters say that. Smash it, smash it. Oh my God. This is the exact same thing. What was the word he just fucking used? He might as well say grifter too. You might as well say grift too. That's the flashy word of the month too.
Her and insulting her, which is why I'm trying my best to
drag.
be critical in some...
Oh yeah, to not drag her. That's the word of the month, drag. We don't want to drag. Oh, you're so cool and hip, Tim. You're using the word of the month, drag. That's so cool. He's so hip. Wow, he looks just like one of those characters from South Park.
Degree, but while respecting her fear of what was going on, I can certainly understand never being, you know, the first time I was in a situation where someone pulled out a gun, I was actually kind of young, so maybe I wouldn't have the same reaction as someone who's 30, who's never experienced a real conflict or crisis.
Dave Campione.
I can respect that she was probably having a massive adrenaline spike. I can. And I would simply ask the left and AOC, y'all, can we focus on the GameStop stuff and, like, not make viral trends out of arguing over whether or not this cop was full of anger or whatnot?
You're the one making it about the cop, dude. It's you. You're the one that's amplifying it. Okay? Now, for me, I mentioned it. She mentioned it. I brought it up. I said, hey, you know, that's, you know, kind of fucked up, you know, but it was just basically part of the story. The amplification of this one single fact, this one single observation by AOC that this officer made her feel uncomfortable, you know, maybe this cop is like me. Maybe he fucking hates AOC. And maybe he was disgusted by the fact that it was his job to put himself in harm's way to save her fucking ass because he fucking blames her and everybody else in there for what he was having to do. I don't know. A possibility. But my point is this. How is Timcast going to fucking disregard that? And just act like it wasn't a thing? Or make it into such a thing that we should all be mad at AOC over it, and we should all be talking about GameStop and not about the fact that the Capitol just did get overtaken. Literally, they had to stop the proceedings, and the vice president had to be evacuated. But it's more important to talk about the stock thing with GameStop and Wall Street. That's what Timcast, Timcast is keeping it real, folks. Timcast is keeping it real. I didn't even want to cover that GameStop bullshit for the first few days it came out. I told you guys, I don't even want to talk about that. It's so fucking trivial to me.
It is what it is. There's only so much I can do. But personally, I do feel that talking about what this viral trend is an opportunity to kind of re-inject that narrative and to make sure you keep focused on what's happening with Wall Street, the hedge funds, because this is where there's unity. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop. I'm going to go harder on AOC right now because I believe that what she's doing is one of the most dangerous things for this country.
Wow.
Right now. Well, maybe it's actually not. Maybe it's what she's doing in redirecting.
So what the Republicans did for the last 2 months of saying that the election was stolen and pumping up and juicing up their bases and letting them know that they should fight and that they should go to the Capitol and that they should not allow this election to go through. That's not the worst possible thing that you could do. No. What AOC is doing right now, according to this schmuck,
one of the most dangerous things for this country. I believe that what she's doing is one of the most dangerous things for this country. I believe that what she's doing is one of the most dangerous things for this country. I believe that what she's doing is one of the most dangerous things for this country.
You don't think that a narrative that resulted in a fucking insurrection at the Capitol that got 5 people killed was dangerous for the country? But this, AOC making an observation on an Instagram post about a police officer that made her feel uncomfortable, that's the most dangerous thing for this country. I really hope that you guys understand the quality of reporting that I do for you compared to schmucks like this who, hey man, I've got a handful of people watching the show right now. You want to know how many views that video's got? Okay, that guy with his bullshit narrative has 44,000 views on YouTube, guys. Think about that.
Right now. Well, maybe it's actually not. Maybe it's what she's doing in redirecting everyone's anger towards her. It's actually really good for this country. Ignorance is bliss, they say, right? And if regular people don't freak out and don't go after the GameStop stock and AMC and the short sellers and squeeze out these hedge funds, the system will carry on as always. The hedge funds will make their billions. They'll strip the value from the working class.
Hey, man.
The massive.
I agree with him on that. I totally agree with him on that. When he said before that's a place where we can all come together, he's right. We could talk about that. But you don't stop talking about the issue of the moment because something happened 4 or 5 days ago that's still interesting. You go back to it. It's still going to be there, Tim. They don't negate each other. They don't cancel each other out. Okay? And that's on you, bro. And that's on people like me, and that's on people like mainstream media and podcasters like Jimmy Dore and Ron Placone and Graham Elwood to let people understand what is important out there. But you don't say that what AOC is talking about isn't important or shouldn't be discussed. That doesn't even make sense, man. I just hope you guys catch this fucking bullshit narrative that he floats.
The transfer of wealth will continue, and eventually it will lead to destabilization. It's possible that the GameStop rebellion could knock out a lot of these hedge funds, cause a massive SEC investigation, and then result in total destabilization, but maybe that's the right thing that needs to happen because it's called accountability. So long as AOC keeps making the viral trends about herself, it's great for her career.
That's bullshit. upload that AOC did was not about herself at all. Look, I understand being the center of attention. I understand appealing to my audience in specific ways for my specific needs and for specific reasons. Better than just about anybody else does. I've been doing this for years and years. I've been preaching to a live audience 3 times a day for years. I can see pretty well through the phoniness. When people are doing a broadcast live and they're talking to their audience and I'm riveted and I'm paying attention, I can tell when they're doing it because they just need some attention, or they're doing it because there's a purpose and there's a reason and there's a need for what they're saying. Let me tell you something. Donald Trump needs to pay for what he did. The Republicans that supported him need to pay for what they did. Now, no matter what that punishment is, no matter how harsh or light it is, it's to be determined legally by either a jury or a judge or a desk full of judges, and I'm fine with that. And whatever they determine, that's how the law works. I'm okay with that. But if AOC doesn't come out with her story and let the public know exactly what occurred in her anecdotal case on that day, she's doing a gigantic disservice. Just like the vice president, the ex-vice president, Mike Pence, is doing a huge disservice by not telling his story, and every other senator and representative that was in that goddamn Capitol building, every fucking cop and every fucking witness to what happened that day has not gone public with their fucking stories, should answer to that. They're hiding the fucking truth, man. They're hiding the events of what happened on that day. And we already know what happened. We're already aware of the events. We're more than aware of what happened. She's just clarifying it. And God damn it, the people responsible for it need to be held accountable. That's all I'm saying. I don't see why he has such a problem with AOC doing her fucking job as a witness to those events. It's not about her at all. His dick. I know that Tim is a little man, but God, some little guys are well endowed. He must be a little guy with a tiny little man dick. You know, that's all I can say about this guy, because I just can't understand any other reason why you would go after a woman that's in her specific situation like this. Hey, man, I understand you're a little fucking jealous. I understand you hate fucking AOC. I fucking hate AOC, too. I fucking hate her, man. I hate that I have to sit here and fucking defend her. But God damn it, I fucking keep it real on this goddamn show. And I'm the only motherfucker on the internet that does this shit.
Hey, man, you gotta respect the hustle. How are we supposed to focus on the things that matter when you have people like AOC manipulating you?
Best timing ever.
Those leftists who do want
Best timing ever.
The ones who want to put
holy shit. Thank you,
Would
Tim.
You be willing
he
to
finished my thought.
What we're seeing right now.
Oh my God.
People
so
rise
good.
up to challenge the hedge funds because you would prefer.
Who am I smoking for? That was so funny.
Snapping back at the haters and the haters snapping back at Michael Tracy. I wish we could keep the focus on that stuff, and that's my criticism of AOC. She derails the conversation.
No, she doesn't.
We are having
it'll be over soon,
a very
bro.
important discussion.
Steve running,
about
cheers.
This country. We have the likes of Koplinski and Crystal Ball and Rashida Tlaib agreeing with the likes of the Patriots.win, the former Donald Trump subreddit, and Donald Trump Jr. and Mike Cernovich and conservatives, all sitting there looking at each other saying, you know what, we got something bigger going on. And AOC steps in immediately. And what does she do? She claims that, Ted Cruz was trying to have her murdered. Check this out. Rep. Chip Roy calls on AOC to apologize for tweeting, "Cruz almost had me murdered." This is my criticism of Ocasio-Cortez. She's too good at what she does. I know. You're like, Tim, stop. No, listen. She is probably one of the best marketing people I've ever seen. We have this grand moment where Ted Cruz... So let me slow down. Here's what happens. The GameStop thing is happening. AOC tweets... I wish it was a stronger statement, but I'll give her respect for calling it out, saying, Robinhood suspended trading. I'll call a hearing if necessary. If necessary, no, call a hearing, okay? Now there's going to be a hearing. We don't need it if necessary. We need you to do it, but I do appreciate her calling it out, right? Ted Cruz responds saying, fully agree. And she responds taking everything about this grand moment where the left and the right are unified in targeting the hedge funds and Wall Street and the corrupt elites who are stripping away the value from the working class. And she says, you almost had me murdered. Boom, like that. Many on the left and the establishment who don't want to see Wall Street hurt. And they want the game to continue because they're taking from you. Many of these people shifted their eyes from the GameStop rebellion to AOC. She is a master of gaining that attention and taking it away from things that are more deserving and more important. Which is why it's so fascinating to see.
Listen, AOC's statement that Ted Cruz and the Republicans and Donald Trump put her in harm's way and almost got her murdered, those are factual statements. There's no denying that. And let's get into that, all right? My eyes are sensitive. My eyes are sensitive to the bright lights. I hear the sound of the abundance of rain. I hear the sound of victory. I hear the sound of the abundance of rain. I hear the sound of victory. All right. AOC said that the Republicans and Donald Trump forced a narrative on their followers for 2 months, saying, stop this steal, right? They were saying that. They were saying that the election was a fraud. It was a fraudulent election, and that they had to fight, and that then you had Rudy Giuliani say, trial by combat and all that shit. You had Ted Cruz telling people that they had to fight. And there's literally a speech that Ted Cruz is giving. It's on video where he is saying, stop the steal, all that shit. He's toting that narrative. So when AOC says, you guys almost got me murdered, that needs to be said because it's factual. Donald Trump had he scheduled the fucking rally in D.C. on January 6th for the sole purpose of subverting democracy and putting them in harm's way. He sent a crazy mob of people, and he knows his people are crazy. He's said it before. And he's told his people to commit violence before. He has instructed people to commit violence. He's glorified it. He's glorified it with the police. Then he sends his following over to her. And she says, you almost got me fucking killed. Now, let me ask you a question. Let's say those people got through that door, and let's say that police officer never fired that shot. Okay, and that girl didn't get killed. But let's say instead they ran and the people busted through those doors and got access to these Congress people. And the mobs got in there and got a hold of every single Congress person in there. Do you think some of those people would have been beaten to death? Or brutalized? Or shot? Or murdered? My personal opinion, and this is just opinion, I'm just supposing, yeah, I would think so. But just me thinking that is enough for AOC, who lived through it, to validly make a comment that says, you almost got me fucking killed. Do you know I've been in situations where people have almost gotten me killed? Huh. Has anybody ever been in a car accident before? Yeah, man, that dude that was talking on his cell phone to his wife when he crashed into me head on and broke my fucking neck. Oh, God, here comes the fucking motorcycle helmet. That guy almost got me fucking killed, man. There's nothing, wrong with reporting on or stating the truth, especially when people must be held accountable for their actions. And the Donald Trump administration and all of the Republican supporters behind him that bought into this bullshit narrative that Donald Trump created, that it was a stolen election, they need to be held accountable. And like I said, I don't fucking care what the level of accountability is. I don't give a fuck if it's some kind of a letter that gets sent home to their mom. Oh, your child was acting up today in the Senate building, and we're not going to give you a smiley face on your paper that we're bringing home to your parents anymore. AOC has every right, and the fact that she's doing this should not bother Tim. This information needs to be out there on the internet. This should not bother Tim one bit. Here, listen to this.
This is my criticism of Ocasio-Cortez. She's too good at what she does. I know. You're like, Tim, stop. No, listen. She is probably one of the best marketing people I've ever seen.
Is he going to say
we
grift?
Have this grand moment.
If he says grift, I will lose my shit.
So let me slow down. Here's what happens. The GameStop thing is happening. AOC tweets, I wish it was a stronger statement, but I'll give her respect for calling it out, saying, Robinhood suspended trading, I'll call a hearing if necessary. If necessary, no, call a hearing, okay? Now there's going to be a hearing. We don't need it necessary. We need you to do it, but I do appreciate her calling it out, right? Ted Cruz responds.
I turn the light out. I know. Don't let it fuck with your OCD.
She responds, taking everything about this grand moment where the left and the right are unified in targeting the hedge funds and Wall Street and the corrupt elites who are stripping away the value from the working class. And she says, "You almost had me murdered."
True.
Boom, like that. Many on the left and the establishment who don't want to see Wall Street hurt, and they want the game to continue because they're taking from you. Many of these people shifted their eyes from the GameStop rebellion to AOC. She is a master of gaining that attention and taking it away from things that are more deserving and more important. Which is why it's so fascinating to see that yesterday she does this stream, it's 1.4 million views or whatever, where she talks about what happened.
People went on a tour, and, where Nancy Pelosi's office is located in the Capitol might be public information. She's got an office. It's probably got an address. He may have just looked it up and then Google mapped it. He might have gotten a map of the building and looked at the where the door numbers were. Who knows how he knew? One of the police officers from inside may have told him. There were plenty of police officers that sympathized with the Capitol rioters. One of them may have gone to him and said, "Hey, I know where Pelosi's office is. It's fucking 3rd floor. Go up. It's room number, blah, blah, blah,"
Of course. She's absolutely allowed to. And like I said, you got to respect the hustle. Some people just have the ability to get the eyes on them. And she certainly has it. She has it in spades. And it's a problem for us. If we're easily distracted by tabloid-style news, well, then we're not going to actually solve any of these problems. It breaks my heart a little bit. Because it makes me feel like maybe we can't. Maybe people prefer drama of, Michael Tracy and AOC and Ted Cruz than talking about what really matters.
Talk about all of it. You can talk about all of it, Tim. You don't have to just talk about one thing at a time.
Right? And I think it's fair to point out.
You're acting really weird.
She comes out and she does these videos talking about herself all the time, and she does it all the time. It shifts the focus to her. She gains more followers. Yeah, that is. Look, she has given you a master class in being a politician. It's the last thing we need. I remember the days of Occupy Wall Street and how identity politics destroyed what should have been a class war by making it an identity war. It was brilliant on the part of the establishment. People came down, activists, and started telling the white people they were wrong and weren't allowed to speak, and that disrupted the effort. In the end, some banks moved money to credit unions. A lot of people moved money to credit unions. It was a big boost for nonprofit banking institutions.
He almost killed you.
But it could have been more. People were holding up signs challenging the big banks and the establishment.
Billy, you reminded me of
There's a theory going around
That movie,
right now on Reddit where they're talking about GameStop and they're saying what they think
Point
is
Break,
happening, and I'll give you
is
very
it?
simple layman's terms, is that these hedge funds have been illegally selling stock that doesn't exist, essentially counterfeiting, to put it simply. And that if the GameStop people continue to hold, they will expose all of these institutions, triggering an SEC investigation, and people may go to jail. That's only if people stay focused on it. What breaks my heart is that it looks like people just want
Johnny
tribal
Utah.
warfare.
Woo!
They want the video of AOC and Ted Cruz, and AOC tweets about Ted Cruz and murder, and these people just eat it all up. They don't care, I guess.
Bodhi.
The drama is more fun. Life is boring.
Bodhisattva.
It breaks my heart. Let me show you something. Here's a tweet from me. I said, wow,
Tweet from me.
Michael Tracy trending number 10 in the U.S. Y'all must be bored. There's a huge snowstorm. Go sledding or make snow angels. The trending tab says, Michael Tracy, journalist Michael Tracy's tweet sparks controversy for referencing emotional manipulation in describing the content of Ocasio-Cortez's Instagram Live. And he actually said, this is a masterclass in emotional manipulation, a genuine political rhetorical skill. Gotta hand it to her. I 100% agree. I've basically been agreeing with him the entirety of this the segment. And they went after him for it. Well, maybe I wouldn't say manipulation. I think AOC just has it naturally. I don't think she decided to do a video because she wanted to divert eyes from GameStop or that she wanted she planned it out. There are some people who just do it. You know, they know how to make content, they know how to speak, they know how to generate attention. And from this, you see personalities rise. Michael Tracy, himself, a journalist, knows how to generate attention. And he does it through journalism. He's also
That's what everybody does. Everybody's trying to generate attention.
Obviously, you can say, I know how to generate attention as well. And a lot of people don't like it. They say, oh, certain words are put in caps or whatever. Hey, look, man.
My hands feel weak today.
An attention economy. I guess the main issue for me is that AOC is doing this in a political space. And in my opinion, the political space should probably chill out and be about people coming together, sitting down, and having conversations to solve our problems. AOC, along with Trump, have turned it into a TV drama. Well, Michael Tracy gets roasted, and I don't even think this is the main tweet, but he kind of went to town. He got one where he got ratioed like 20. Here we go.
Right,
okay,
Magic.
So this is a tweet. 2,700 responses and 1,100 retweets. That's called a ratio, my friends. Let me point something out. It's not the biggest ratio we've ever seen. I've been ratioed harder than that. Not in a bad way, though. I once tweeted a poll, who do you trust more, the mainstream media or the government? And I got 20,000 responses from people like, nah. All right. Let me just show you this final piece. Obsessing over AOC only boosts your profile and her terrible ideas. From the New York Post, yesterday. And this is from, I believe, before she did the stream. This is from Carol Markowitz. What will it take for Republicans to stop putting a socialist lawmaker in the spotlight? Either by lamely attempting to cooperate with her or succumbing to the temptation to savage her inane online effusions, or both, and thereby helping boost her profile. Last week, in the midst of GameStop mania, Senator Ted Cruz retweeted AOC, saying, I agree. It wasn't the first time Ted Cruz had gone out of his way to signal his agreement with AOC. In May 2019, Cruz signaled his concurrence with her call for a lifetime ban on lawmakers from becoming lobbyists. Here's something I don't say often, Cruz tweeted. On this point, I agree with AOC. Indeed, I have long called for a lifetime ban on former members of Congress becoming lobbyists. The swamp would hate it. But perhaps a chance for some bipartisan cooperation. And the pair did cooperate, working on a bill together that went nowhere. It's unfortunate, mind you. This time, though, she body-slammed Cruz in response. I am happy to work with Republicans on the issue where there's common ground, but you, Cruz, almost had me murdered 3 weeks ago. So you can sit this one out. Happy to work with almost any other GOP member. This was crazy to me. We have bipartisan unity, a nonpartisan issue, where Ted Cruz and AOC, who should not be getting along, had an opportunity to say, at least on this, we agree. And I saw tons of high-profile left-wing personalities just start tweeting at her like slay queen and you get him, and I'm like, is that what you're worried about? Look, Ted Cruz has his problems, but Ted Cruz is a cog in the machine, same as AOC. Can we focus on the bigger issues at play? Apparently we can't. And this is what really depresses me in all of this. Maybe we are just self-obsessed drama queens who would prefer to hear AOC and Ted Cruz snap back at each other instead of dealing with the actual problems that are affecting our country. And there you go. They say Cruz is understandably outraged, but what did he expect? Ocasio-Cortez is pointedly not a friend of anyone on the right. She's barely even a friend of Democrats. She's in the House to be outraged and to be outrageous. She's a self-described democratic socialist. Her purpose is to destroy the Ted Cruzes of this world and everything they stand for. So why is he even bothering? You see, here's the problem. I will try to be respectful to AOC, but she will not return that. She will then say, I should not be respectful to people who tried to have me murdered, put her hands on her hips. If there's no communicating with the likes of AOC and the Democratic Socialists and the Squad, if there's no likes of actually negotiating on something we can agree with, when we're clearly staring down the barrel of the GameStop rebellion, an opportunity to actually have something done, or I should say, the barrel of disrupting it, AOC derails and derails and derails. When will the left realize she is poisoning their chance to actually have meaningful change? My props to Rashida Tlaib, who said no new national security powers and who called out Robin Hood. I think Rashida Tlaib is substantially more legit. Actually, I'll put it this way. I think Rashida Tlaib has bad opinions most of the time. Look, I don't like when she yelled, impeach the MFer.
So he's turned this...
But I think she's legit. I mean it.
He's turned this into an attack against AOC. And let me tell you something. I fucking hate AOC, and I agree with him. But it's not the time. This guy's got no fucking class. He's got no class. And I'm on here calling people cunts and shit, but let me tell you something, man. This guy's level of class puts mine to shame. Because mine is at a certain level of humor and whatnot. But you're really seeing him for who he is, man. It is fucking vulgar. He is fucking, that you would go after somebody, and whether it's a man or a woman, doesn't matter, that's been involved in some kind of a horrific experience and attack them, and find that is a good opportunity for you to start dragging up things that they've done recently and start going after them viciously at that moment. This is Tim Cast. Tim Cast. Tim Pool. YouTube, it's Tim Cast IRL in real life. Tim Cast IRL.
I absolutely do. I think she believes what she says. I think she's there because she wants to demand change for the things she wants. I don't agree with the changes she wants, but I can respect her in her and what I believe to be, for the most part, for now I can say this, seems to be genuine, and I respect it 100%. And where we agree, I will thank, respect, and ask her to continue and carry on. Rashida Tlaib, please, get these hearings, I know they're going to happen, and challenge those who try and expand federal national security powers, and I will give you all the respect in the world for these moves. And I will criticize you when I disagree with you. I respect it. AOC has continually just made it about herself. And that's why she's going to keep succeeding at it, because she knows the game better than anyone. And now the left is going to, these tribal leftists will pull clips out of this segment, and they'll pull it out of context, and they'll try to whip you up.
Oh, no, Tim. Some of us aren't gonna fucking pull you out of context. Some of us will eviscerate you and show our audience your entire fucking broadcast. Suck my dick. Suck my big ball. It's the right one.
Up into tribal rage so that you hate me, so that you hate other conservatives. Meanwhile, we're all desperately begging you to focus on what's happening with the hedge funds. It's the opportunity for Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump supporters to completely agree. For Donald Trump Jr. and Rashida Tlaib to completely agree on this issue, not anything else. But shouldn't that be enough to bring us together? We are facing a very serious conflict in this country. People are fighting in the streets. People have been killed in many different circumstances. And we do not want a massive outbreak of civil unrest, civil conflict, or even civil war. We want to find a way we can come together. And after we unify around this common enemy, the crony establishment that is stripping the value from the working class, and listen, I'm not send them to go live out in the streets because they won't get the $2,000 stimulus check out. Biden won't do it.
Probably couldn't even live.
We have to deal with AOC. I don't care if you like her, but now's not the time. So listen, let's just be straight with y'all. I mentioned this earlier. There's only so many videos I can make about GameStop and what's currently happening. I can just tell you and remind you it exists. But I will make sure to bring it up at every chance and point out.
Sure.
Well, this may be the big drama.
You can talk about it whenever you want.
It's what people want to hear about. I will use this as an opportunity to explain to you why it should not be what you want to hear about. And I hope you're focused on the real battle. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up at 1 p.m. on this channel. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you all then.
Yeah, they'll take me out of context. No, we won't, bro. You talk yourself into a hole every moment you open your fat fucking bitch mouth. That's all you do. You fucking talk yourself into a fucking hole. You're a straw man. You're not even, you're pieces of, and she knows how to get it out there. That shouldn't fucking bother you so much. It's visibly bothering you. That bothers you that she's good at what she does. And let me tell you something else, you fucking little prick. It doesn't bother me that you're good at what you do and that you have way more viewers than I'll ever have. It's fucking insane. I love that one thing about you. That you do that right. You have a following. You were on Joe Rogan. People fucking listen to you and respect you. For what? I don't fucking know. You don't make any fucking sense. If anybody even took a fucking 15 minutes of their life to just sit and listen to you talk, you don't even make any fucking sense, man. When you fucking talk, you're an idiot. How you have a platform is beyond me. But you know what? I at least give you the respect that you deserve for assembling the fucking platform that you have. But I'll just say, hey, you talk a lot of bullshit. You don't make any fucking sense. And going after a victim right when they've been victimized, when they're giving you an account of what happened, you should be thankful that they're giving you an account. You can talk about whatever the fuck you want, whenever you want to. You could go live 24/7 and be the goddamn GameStop podcast live, reporting live about GameStop 24/7. That's up to you, bro. You've got like 1 million followers on YouTube. Probably more. You probably got like 2 million. I don't even know. He's huge, man. He was like a right-wing streamer. No, bro, he's always been a Republican. He disguises himself as an independent. He's a fucking full red-blooded Republican, just like Michael Malice is. Just like H.A. Goodman is. They try to claim that they're fucking independents. They're not. They're full-on fucking they're cultist Republicans. They refuse to see Donald Trump do anything negative. They refuse to acknowledge that Trump has done any bad at all. And you know, I call H.A. Goodman. If you guys would go on, I wish you guys would go on H.A. Goodman's videos and read the comments that I leave underneath his videos. They get absolutely no play from you all at all. But if you guys would just go to his latest uploads and check out the comments that I put and maybe respond and engage with those, they're you know, I'm calling H.A. Goodman out in such a way that no one can deny it. You know? I'm saying to H.A. Goodman, wow, you call people war heroes and say you're anti-war. Isn't that weird? The people who participate in war are heroes, but you're anti-war. Huh, that's a conundrum. I pointed that little conundrum out to H.A. Goodman. You guys don't give a fuck. You guys don't give a fuck what I'm doing out there on the internet. I'm doing it, though. I'm out there with no support, fucking without a net. No safety net. I got no freaking safety net. Shut up, yo. You're no good. Yo, you're no good, yo. I got no freaking safety net here, pal. Shut up. No, that's more of him contradicting himself. He would not even know what it is. Have you ever noticed that the older the picture of a politician, the fluffier their hair is? Global flattening, as their hair gets fluffier. Some say that's called a split tongue. Huh. Really, I'm shaking, so angry, want to bitch slap him. Chris, who do you want to bitch slap? What did I miss? Hit him with the broom. Oh, Tim? You want to hit fucking Tim? Timcast? No, don't hit Tim. He's a small little man. We're anti-violence. But you know, I just point out, look, I want Tim to have, and I want to promote him on here. I want him to have as much of a voice as I get. which is not what's happening. You know, the guy who's on here speaking truth all day, the only person on here that's got the balls to speak truth to fucking YouTube, to speak truth to fucking Facebook, to speak truth to fucking YouTube and Twitter, the way is the only person on the planet that you will ever see doing it is me. But most of people out there won't see it because all of those companies that I speak out against, they hide me. So I'm hidden. So my stuff doesn't get seen. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I don't think my shit needs to be seen. But for those of you, the few of you who do get to see what I say, I'm thankful for. Because some of you that watch, not all of you, but some of you that watch me get it. You guys get it. You get that I get it. And that's fucking great. That makes me feel good. And, you know, I don't need the pushback. I don't. I've thought about it. I'm like, yeah, I'd love to have a giant platform. It makes me even more dangerous and powerful when I don't have a big platform. Nobody's really watching me. Nobody cares. Nobody's paying attention. Man, you go back and put a highlight reel together of some of the awful shit that I've said on this live stream, and oh man, bro, you could probably have agents show up at my fucking door, you know, and questioning me. Well, you said this, and I'll be like, yeah, can we look at all those little bits in context now? Let's sit down and watch each one of those videos in context and see what I had said at each point that I was making that specific comment. Because I've made some fucked up and I know when I'm making them too. And I'm like, man, it'd be so funny if somebody went back and made a highlight reel of just all the fucked up shit that I have said. That, you know, you take me out of context. I once saw a video, I should probably watch more. Kyle Kalinske out of context. I just clicked on one. I was kind of curious. And it was just him going, it was actually pretty funny. He does that from time to time. I never even really thought about it before. He'll be like, yeah, and then the DNC just completely screwed over Bernie Sanders, and Bernie Sanders like, and joined up with them. And you don't even think about it, but when they cut all of those out, man, and they run them one right after the next, that Kyle, secular talk out of context, or Kyle out of context, or Kyle Kalinske out of context. You guys want to watch one? We'll watch one right now. Here, let's watch one together. What do you say? What do you say, pal? It comes right up when you hit Kyle Kalinske. Oh, it's the first thing that pops up. Oh, man, there's so many compilations. There's a whole bunch. Oh, my God, it's like number 27, number 28. I didn't realize this. Number 26, Kyle out of context. Here's a playlist. Holy shit. What? Let's watch the fucking playlist.
Let's play a game, everybody. Watch this. Computer, show me the dumbest take of 2017.
I'm not sure.
I eat a lot of steak. Where's my bourbon?
You know, the kids, you gotta make sure you're not like an old fuddy-duddy, and you're not one of those people who like looks at everything in modern times and goes, oh man, this is all stupid.
I can't wait to fuck over your grandma.
One of the other U.S. soldiers fucked a child.
Mr. President, can I tell you how perfect you are? Poop face. Oatmeal raisin cookies are without question the most underrated thing on the planet. And by the way, he has a huge dick. I'm just telling you, I'm his fluffer, so I know. I've seen it. Huge dick. Huge one.
I'm not irrelevant. I swear I'm not irrelevant. Why do my advertisers leave me? Why does nobody listen to me?
Frank frankly, your orange face is like the light of the sun, heating up a cold winter's morning in the forest.
My precious, my precious. I think it's a ghost.
So I wonder if they're going to bring in Ryu or Ken. Maybe Blanca. Oh, yeah. Oh, Mr. President, your farts smell delicious. You're so wonderful in every imaginable way. Sometimes I touch myself thinking about you at night. Yes. Yes.
Why don't you worship my myths to make me happy?
Well, how can we come from monkeys if monkeys still exist? Mr. Intellectual Bench, I'm so smart. Bench Bureau, I'm so smart. Hashtag settlements rock.
Rosie hurt my feelings. It is a banner. I'm going to file a claim of harassment against you.
Oh,
Billy, that's funny.
You know, we don't hate the Jews. I have a Jew lawyer. What now, you punk bitch? Pop, pop, pop. You have to coddle the fucking ball sack. Coddle the balls and fucking go... And yes, that is the sound of me orgasming.
Can I tell you that the way you dress, oh, it's so wonderful in so many ways. Frankly, I think you might be the best president ever, so, yeah.
Yes, sir. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to blow you in front of the camera?
Lead with our values. We have values, and values are good. Then we're going to lead with those good values. Don't you love us?
Isn't it hilarious when we offensively invade a country that didn't attack us and massacre 1 million civilians and then fuck kids when we're there?
We're so moral. I love your platinum blonde hair, even though you're a 70-some-odd-year-old man. It makes you look so young and vibrant, and I don't think you dyed at all. That's your natural color, just like you definitely didn't have surgery to make your hair look beautiful, sir.
Fuck yourself.
Oh, shit. Okay, we're okay. Anyway, where's the search engine? Let me type it. Latina MILF takes it deep. I feel different. This is an apple. We always tell the truth. We care about facts.
I think I just became a Marxist. Dude, what?
What? Stop the hammering! Where's the hammering? Stop the hammering!
Oh yeah, I'm touching myself right now.
Oh, it's so hot. He doesn't even have a hundy. He doesn't even have a hundy.
I would fucking destroy this guy. I would take a sledgehammer, swing it at his back, break him in two, take his spine, crack it, chug his spinal fluid, and laugh as I do it. See what I did, Daddy? Like, I killed the fucking thing, see?
Yes, we have banned saying the words Merry Christmas. We've banned it. We send you to the gulag if you say it.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Me, I take who's me.
Touch yourself when you look at the flag. Gotta respect our troops. Respect our troops by showing affection for the flag. Best way to show affection, touch yourself. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Where's my Percocet? Am I still alive?
Fucking thing sucks. Fucking light with the fucking thing with the light.
God, the jacket is
Watchtowers of the
horrible.
Twilight and Harry Potter. Oh, we love you so. Let's smoke some grass.
Burn that shiny jacket.
I know. I spoke to Jigglypuff yesterday in space. Jiggly told me that it's okay when children die. If they're atheists, if they drink.
That's okay. But please, who can live without $20 million to $100 million art? Just slap himself in the face. Oh, dicks, more dicks. I need dicks. Oh. Obviously, the way this works is... Holy fuck. Yeah, bitch. That was me. I was beating my meat. I was beating my little Christian meat. Getting my nut. Our Donald Trump is tremendous. Believe me. Let me just tell you. People hate. I be stunting. And they hate on me. Oh, yes. Oh, it smells so good. Look at the black guy. You know how they are. Always fucking everything. And, I mean, typical. Typical, am I right? Wouldn't it be nice if I took, what do they call those things? I took one of those falafels and rubbed your body down. Oh, wouldn't that be hot? Oh, I think that'd be so hot. Come on, you know you want to. Grab that baby oil, slap on the massless chaps, and get to it. He said he doesn't particularly like sand in his face. How dare you? How dare you? And then I fell asleep in the computer chair with a bunch of man juice on my belly. Well, if I can't suck the dicks, nobody can. How about that? Send me money.
Dude, he's fucking crazy. He says some fucked up shit. That guy's fucked up.
I must follow my jiggly puff in space.
Hey, Karen.
The sanctity of the marketplace.
Karen, this one's for you.
Oh, Hillary, you're just so amazing and special. Let's revere Robert E. Lee. The Bible is the Word of God, and we shall read it, and we shall believe every word. Tremendous, believe me. Oh, shuck it, duck it. Shuck it, duck it now. Shuck it, duck it. I want to give... you want to get into the pages of all the happy stuff? I want to get into the pages of all the happy stuff. I want to make Daddy happy. Caribou queef. Yes. Now we're talking. Here, I bequeath this upon everybody here. And you can read about me and my thoughts on what happened. I promise I didn't just suck 32 dudes off. Wait, what? What? You have vagina hair. What am I going to do? I'm not going to shove my dick in that beaver thing. It looks like a fucking Brillo pad above your box. I don't want that. Family values, Christianity, yes, absolutely. I'm such a good, wholesome family man. Now please rub some titties in my face. Dicks are not attractive. They're not attractive. Oh, we started raping puppies. But the left is triggered, so yeah, now we're for it. Fucking lazy bitch-ass Democrats, moochers, parasites. Why don't black people get a job? Ooh, did I say that out loud? Well, what happened was Russia. Russia said to Russia, foreign government interfering in our election and taking it from me. It's mine. I won. I was next in line. God, dick pic. I gotta get a dick pic. Guys, can somebody send me a goddamn dick pic? I've been sitting here all day waiting for a dick pic. And for all the coons out there who disagree, get in line. What is Yahweh saying to me? Is he whispering to me? Skrrr! Kyle is so smart and so brilliant. Oh my God, he's the best ever. Did he go to Harvard? Is he dating models? Oh, yes. Don't you bet?
More of that. I saw that one.
White lives matter. White lives matter. So I go down the street here and I see, Martin Luther King. King. Because in the weight department, he's
Yeah, pop filter. He needs it.
Oh,
got another shiny jacket.
Zombie
look at that
carpenter.
Look at that fucking
Tell me how
eel,
my ass tastes.
live eel thing crawling on his body.
Yummy, right? Is that what it is? It's yummy. Oh, yeah.
What's it with the shiny jackets? That guy has no taste.
Oh, I'm done.
Ugh.
I usually last 17 seconds. I broke a record there. I did 19. Mexico! Yeah! Fuck brown people! Yeah! It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Fucking gays.
Hey guys, do we have those stories ready for today's show? We gotta make sure we have everything organized. Anyway, here's my take.
Oh, gross! Now let me watch it. Oh yeah, this is gross. Kinda. Actually, no, I like it now. Somebody fist me.
Dude, he is... Let me tell you something. And I'm the one that's fucking banned on goddamn YouTube? I wonder how many views these have. I bet they have millions.
We're gonna fight for our values. That's what we're gonna do. We believe in good things, and we're against bad things. And we gotta break down the barriers. And now let me tell you, because I'm in the middle of my speech about how we're gonna fight and take back the country. I make biscuits. They have fat in them.
I'm like, me eat more. Me good genetics. I can do unhealthy and be healthy because I'm me good. Me want mate.
And I'd like to say that you guys are great. And I really like you. Me, I'm Ted Cruz, me.
Oh, yes. Please pass me my monocle. Oh, I just want everybody to know here we're Democrats. We're for good things. We're against bad things. Russia.
Do you guys like me? I want to break down the barriers, and I think we're stronger together. I castrate pigs, and that makes me a Republican, and I got common sense. I castrate pigs. Vote for me.
Well, please welcome to the stage, Crystal. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Crystal making her way to the stage. Oh, yeah, give it up for Crystal.
Dude.
Whoa.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude. That little take needs to be grabbed and put out there and sent to fucking Secular Talk on Twitter and Crystal Ball. They would fucking love that. And now, coming to the stage, it's Crystal. That's right, everybody. Gentlemen, please tip your bartenders. It's Crystal. Crystal, coming to the stage. This is the best.
Welcome to the stage, Crystal. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Crystal making her way to the stage. Oh, yeah, give it up for Crystal.
I castrate pigs, and that makes me a Republican, and I got common sense. I castrate pigs.
Record this.
Well, please welcome to the stage, Crystal. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Crystal making her way to the stage. Oh, yeah, give it up for Crystal. Yes, we hate humanity. And to show how much we hate humanity, I will make some of the men like other men. Stimulus package. You stimulate my package. Bitch. We've tried for so long. I'm a turtle. We've tried for so long to try to get it so that
I'm a turtle.
we got a robot here. We couldn't do it.
I'm a turtle.
Me ate a lot. Me keep you safe.
Look,
My pennies.
Well, let's do the Macho Man idea of...
I haven't seen a Secular Talk in a while for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe he's not uploading. Or maybe I'm not following him for some reason or something. I'll have to check. But, dude, he does interject this humor into his podcast, into his uploads all the time. And he keeps it funny, but he keeps it interesting, and he's got a lot to say. And this is really just not doing him justice for what he puts out there. So if you guys would check Secular Talk out, that'd be great. Let him know that, you found him from me. That I was playing Kyle out of context on my show.
praying to a wizard in the sky.
Oh my god, it's another shiny jacket. Stop it.
Be Jigglypuff in space will grant us our wishes if we talk about it. Some macho, you know. That's how we solve problems.
We're so special. You're created just like Jesus.
Thou shalt findest my Aegis, my colorful Aegis, and worship thine furry bunny. And be like, by the way, it's a large bottle. It's not that I have tiny hands like Trump. I'm Louis Gohmert. I stand for Christianity, Christian values, smaller government, deficit reduction, tax cuts. Get the fuck off the stage, you little bitch. Alright.
It'd be fun if you played that.
For anybody. Dave?
If you
Steve?
played that part after the Crystal part, it's Crystal, come to the stage. Get the fuck off the stage, you little bitch.
Sean? Come on, big boy. We're in public in front of people here, but let's get at it. Oh! You see, what had happened was, me and Steve and them, we were over...
Emergency. I gotta get high. Come on now. State of emergency. Where's my bud?
All right, you guys, I'm out of here. Check out my friend Ron Placone, ronplacone.com. Ron Placone on YouTube, and subscribe to his channel and click the bell.
Hey, I have a friend named Chucky. You can't see him, but I talk to him. Hey, Chucky. Whoops. Punch the baby. What are you gonna do? I'm fine with protecting the women folk, but if y'all include the Native Americans and y'all include the LG